All of you have spoken before about what qualifies you for city council. Would you please tell the audience your specific employment history and education? If you currently own a business, would you state what it is?
Well, I've been a resident for 12 years. I'm a partner in Premier Properties in Mesquite. We are the largest real estate company in town. My education is I have a high school diploma. I've got some college and various military schools. I do not have a college degree. I have been on council for 4 years. Active in the community, as you probably well know. What am I missing?
Well, you said your employment history, education, and the business you own, so I guess you covered them, covered it all.
Well, that's up to date, yes. That's as of
It's okay. You have to keep reading it over. Let's see. I've done a variety of jobs, everything from being a nurse's aide to being a bartender. My mother opened our first restaurant when I was 5. I raised 3 kids, and at that time went back to school and got an AA in journalism. That was 30 years ago, so I don't ever really say, "Ooh, I've got a," it's like a 30-year-old degree. I have owned 3 different newspapers, 2 of them right here in Mesquite. I've owned a couple of different magazines. I currently own Discover Mesquite magazine, which is a tourist publication. I own the Mesquite Community Calendar, which is free to everybody. I also own Delaney's Studio. I am a photographer. And I've got a husband, 7 kids, 24 grandkids, and 3 dogs. Does that cover it? Did that answer the question?
Well, I moved here from Portland, Oregon, almost 5 years ago. I have 6 children, 8 grandchildren, a great-grandchild due the end of June. I've worked the majority of my life in the medical field, at least the last 35 years, as in phlebotomy and supervising a phlebotomy crew and writing the policies and procedures. I was elected to 8 years to the Rockwood Water PUD in Portland, Oregon. I was elected here to the Virgin Valley Water District. I've served just over 2 years. I have served on the Mesquite Chamber board and some numerous other boards, and been active in the community. I love Mesquite. I love being here. I have a granddaughter who now lives with us. Lost a daughter this last September, so that has kind of changed our whole life, but it's a whole new challenge now. So it's life is good.
You see, Chloe.
Chloe, yes.
I'm a graduate of Wichita State University with dual majors in finance and accounting. I'm a CPA, a certified public accountant. I started work in Kansas City with one of the international CPA firms called Deloitte & Touche. I was admitted to the partnership there, and I've worked in Australia, Indonesia, and then I closed my 37 years in business with 6 years as a senior finance executive with an Asian multinational corporation in Singapore. A Singapore corporation that was listed on the New York Stock Exchange, kind of a reverse multinational. We usually think of like Procter & Gamble as a multinational, a U.S.-based company with international operations. This was an Asian company with listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So that was my time. My wife and I migrated to Australia. We lived there in Southeast Asia for some 21 years. We had a place at Lake Ozark between Kansas City and St. Louis for the grandkid fix. When we lived overseas, that's where we tied in with the grandkids. And in 2008, we started looking for a permanent place to live, knowing that our blood had changed from living in Australia and the tropics for a number of years, and we started looking in the Southwest and found this little gem very early in the piece. And I still remember sitting in a motel in St. George saying, pushing my numbers as a CPA, because my wife really liked the place. And I'm saying, the little man is saying, you don't buy until you sell. Don't do this. But we did. We went ahead and did that, and then we unwound our situation in Australia and at Lake Ozark, and that was 2008, and we came here full-time in 2009. I too have become active in a lot of things in my church, Salvation Army, Little League Baseball, where I'm I have a workers' comp claim, you know. I got hit on the leg the other day. So.
Tell it to our labor attorney.
I'm a member of the Elks Lodge, and see the Rotary Club, and I'm on the Community Education Advisory Board here too. So I was looking for how can I give something back for being so fortunate to live there.